to go? Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 18th FOCIL Breakout. I think we really never had any break since we started this breakout call, which is amazing. Amazing EIB and amazing people. Today, I'd like to share a few updates on rebasing and testing, and then we can go over development updates. Justin has rebased FOCIL spec on top of Flu 2 weeks ago, and then Justin and I discussed about how to go about rebasing onto EPBS. We could use two-track approach here. We can have the master branch remain on top of Flu while we have a long-standing PR that rebases FOCIL onto GLUOS, which already has the PBS spec. We already have that draft PR, and I can update that PR from time to time so that it doesn't get outdated too much. This is the link to the Justin's PR in case anyone's interested. We don't have much update on testing. I will be publishing a document that lays out test cases thoroughly, such as its input and output and what it tests. We discussed this with the protocol security and Steel teams, and we believe this would be very useful. So that's it for the rebasing and testing. Please feel free to add if I missed anything. Besides that, before we jump into development updates, do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I have a question about the glows fork because I've been rebasing FOCIL on top of Fulu for Teku, but now we have the all the glows boilerplate code, and I was wondering if we'd want to keep the feature fork like we did during the last testing round, or do we plan like to consider glows the fork to activate FOCIL? I'd go for this option, in my opinion, but I don't know what other client teams think about that.
You'd go for which option exactly?
If we keep either we keep a feature fork or we consider for activating FOCIL from glows. I'd
Yeah.
prefer the second one, which means activating it on glows. So
Okay. Interesting. What do other clients think?
If we're gonna do GLOAS, that means we're gonna merge FOCIL with the EPBS, right?
yeah, in my
Yeah, but-
understanding that would be the case, but yeah, I guess.
As far as I can tell, only Teku and Prism have the EPBS code. So
Mhm.
Lodestar and Lighthouse don't have it yet.
I'm not a client, but I think keeping it based on Fulu and testing as a feature fork might be simpler for now until EPBS spec stabilizes a bit more.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards that as well.
Yeah, so we can also wait until the PBS implementation be stabilized more. And if I remember it correctly, when we discussed about like whether we CFI FOCIL, one of the argument is that FOCIL will remain as a feature branch, so it would not delay GLOAS fork even if we decide to DFI it. So yeah, so maybe we want to remain on top of Follow, both the spec and implementation, and then we can try to rebase it on top of Coloas after we have more stabilized CPBS spec and implementation?
Yep, that's my plan, at least. And then that would remain as a feature fork after GLOAS. But then if it is SFI, if FOSIL is SFI'd, we would then just pretty much merge it into the GLOAS specs, and they would happen at the same time.
So we'd want it to be a feature fork after the GLOAS, right? Not after Fudu. That's what I wanted to understand.
Eventually, yes.
Okay,
After
that
the
makes sense.
GLOAS specs have
Yeah.
stabilized to a point that like
That works
a
perfectly
change
fine.
there won't affect the FOSIL like dev notes.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any other points to discuss? If we go with this decision, does it gonna add a lot of complexity for implementing it in Teku Medi? I guess
No,
because like
actually, it would even make it better because since we already have all the boilerplate code for GLOAS, that would mean that the FOCIL branch will keep the same track as our master branch. So that's better because otherwise I need to keep a divergent branch only with follow and without all the GLOAS stuff. I already rebased the branch on top of follow. I need to because the GLOAS the stuff has been added only recently to our code base. So I need to do another round and yeah, I guess that won't be too complex. That would be okay. I guess
but if we
yeah.
if we activate FOSIL after GLOAS,
Mhm.
are we gonna have both ePBS and FOSIL, or are we gonna have FOSIL
Not
only?
not necessarily because for now at least we didn't merge any PBS related stuff in our code base, and so yeah, for now that won't be an issue.
Right. So GLOAS is just a
Yeah,
activation
yeah,
fork.
exactly. The same thing we had with
Yes. Yes.
Electro fork, I guess, before we merged. Yeah.
Yes. Great. All right. I think we can move on to the last agenda, which is development updates. So besides this feature fork on top of GLOAS, do we have anyone have anything to share?
For Lodestar, we also rebased FOCIL on top of Fulu. And then we implemented some of the newer spec as well. So the inclusionless store, and we also updated the engine API calls. There's just some minor stuff that I need to wire in. And other than that, it should be ready to do some testing. And also the Beacon API specs have been updated to reflect the latest spec. That's pretty much it.
Great, great. Did you try with the interrupt with the GET that reflects the updated engine APIs?
No, that'll be my next step.
Right. If you encounter any trouble, please let me know. Because it's not tested, so there might be a bug.
Yeah, sure.
So for maybe is it correct to understand that Teku has been rebased on top of Flu, and maybe you are gonna work on the updated engine APIs, I guess?
Yeah, that's not done yet. The engine API update and the whole inclusion that store redesign. I need first to incorporate all the GLOAS stuff and then work on that. And unfortunately, I'll be off for a couple of weeks, so that won't be ready before a couple of weeks. I guess by the mid-September, maybe we could see something working on the Teku side, but not very soon.
Sounds great. Do we have any updates in other client? Maybe Besu or Nethermind or Rat?
Besu doesn't have any updates on implementation. It's kind of behind some of the scaling to 60 megagas per second. So I'll notify you when folks free up and can start working on it. But right now, doesn't seem likely.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, if that's all for their client updates, then maybe. All right, so Nethermind is currently focused on bells, which is okay. Yeah. Maybe Katya, do you want to share something about the metrics? I saw you shared the HackMD slightly before this breakout call.
Yeah, I just built an initial list of metrics and the kurtosis dashboard for it. The links are in the HackMD article. So I would like to hear from you which of these metrics can be helpful or useful, which are not, and which metrics we need besides of this list. So we can discuss it in the thread. I attached the screenshots in the article, so you can just look into it. And the config also is in the article. Currently, I'm trying to update Docker image. I have some issues with it, rebased on Fulu, so yeah, probably a bit later. I will just update the Docker images. And would be great to get some metrics from the EL side. Jehun, if you have any ideas, we can also discuss in the thread.
Yes, for the beacon metrics, it'd be really nice if CL devs could provide some feedback to the HackMD article. And for the metrics on the EL side, I think I need to take a look into it more. But yeah, let me share my thoughts if I have any in that thread later.
Yeah, this beacon metric can be like initial for start, and we can proceed with both CLs and DLs.
Great. Sounds great. Yeah, so maybe I can take a look into the tooling such as kurtosis so that we can have EIP 7805 fork after GLOAS. So for example, I'm not sure if kurtosis supports GLOAS Genesis generator so that we can have GLOAS at epoch 0 and then we can have EIP 7805 at epoch 1. Yeah, maybe I need to take a look into that first, but yeah, let me take a look into that so that we can just work on this interrupt after GLOAS?
Yeah, sure. Currently with this config, it's quite stable, so it can run for some hours, and yeah, no issues with that. But yeah, we have like a lot of updates, so.
Okay, great. Right, so Red is catching up to the new spec changes and rebasing onto Flu, which is great. I guess we got all updates from core devs in this room. Yeah, besides that, do we have any more updates to share, or just, any questions, feedback, or comments? No updates from Justin. All right, maybe we can wait like 5 seconds until we have more updates, and then we can just wrap up this call. Going once, going twice. All right, everyone, thank you for joining our breakout. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, bye.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.